From the mountains of Anatolia to the shores of the Bosporus, the sons of Osman had ruled for centuries, their names spoken with awe across 3 continents. And now their legacy rested on the shoulders of a youth. At just 16, Sultan Abdülmecid I was girded with the sword of the Prophet in the sacred Mosque of Eyüp Sultan. As prayers rose to the heavens, the young Sultan faced storms far beyond his years. Egypt had rebelled, Russia pressed at the empire's borders, and within the state itself, envy and treachery spread like fire. Even the admiral of the fleet betrayed him, sailing the Ottoman navy to the enemy. Yet, from the chaos, a new vision emerged. In the Gardens of Gülhane, beneath the shade of cypress trees, Mustafa Rezid Pasha stood before the court and the people, reading a decree that would change history, the Tanzimat Edict, the promise of justice and renewal. With it, the empire stepped into a new age. Abdülmecid's rule became known as the era of reform. He opened schools, built the first railways, and sent the first telegraph. The empire's first bank, newspaper, and census all began under his command. He looked to the West, not to imitate, but to learn, adopting progress without surrendering faith. When the Crimean War came, the Sultan stood beside England and France, defending the empire against Russia's might. Victory restored the Ottomans' honor among the great powers of the world. Yet, even in triumph, he remained humble. He rebuilt the Kaaba and Masjid al-Nabawi and repaired Masjid al-Aqsa in Jerusalem. He gave refuge to oppressed nations, Hungarians, Poles, and all who sought safety within his realm, declaring, "We do not surrender those who seek shelter with us." He was a sultan of compassion. When rebels plotted to kill him, he forgave them, saying, "I am still alive, let them go." But the burden of reform was heavy. His kindness was often mistaken for weakness, his generosity for naivety. Illness and sorrow overtook him at the age of 38. As he lay dying, petitions from Medina were brought before him. "Stop," he said, "sit me up. They are the neighbors of the messenger of Allah. I will not hear their pleas lying down." And so he passed from this world, a sultan remembered not for conquest, but for conscience. Sultan Abdülmecid I forms. The ruler who sought to renew an empire without breaking its soul.